Bitch, I'm blowing up and you pressing the button. Pull up the yak, sprinkle some stress in the blunt and watch a professional work. Lower the lights. Might mistake me for lucky, I'm rolling the dice. Over obsessed, got these hoes in distress. Prepare for the worst, I hope for the best. Kinda fly to be a genius, never been a dummy. And I ain't sacrificing my integrity for money. Some things are more important, I'm trying to keep the balance. What's understood don't gotta be explained, we speak in silence. Nothing worth it is easy, nothing easy is worth it. Now we facing the
Gen Y, Gen X, Millennials, Generation Me, Generation Internet. You know who you are. You've been crushed, hit hard by this economy.
So if you're dealing with college debt, maybe you're even trying to move out of your parents' house or start a new business. Look, the only way you're going to be able to do that is to be able to produce and to get people to pay you what you're worth.
I'm fighting for your generation. I'm not counting you out. I believe in you. We're here to give young hustlers the advice and tools they need to succeed in the 21st century.
Hey, what's going on? It's Thursday noon, East Coast Standard Time, which means it's time to get your hustle on, young hustlers. Can you fix the deal up there? Dude, every Thursday, Grant and I bring you this show so that we can give you some inside tips on what you can do to get ahead. Man, I don't know about you, but if I'm going to get rich, I'd rather get rich when I'm young than get rich when I'm old. It just seems like it makes more sense. Now, sure, that means you're going to have to make, some sacrifices now. Maybe not going out on the weekends as much. Maybe not going out and buying a brand new Porsche when you should be packing more money away. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. But, dude, look, you make a few sacrifices now to live the life of your dreams the rest of your life. It seems like a good trade-off, right? Well, look, today I want to talk about how to land monster deals because monster, big, juicy, fat deals, deep deals, girthy deals, dude, that's how you accelerate your path towards riches. And so we've had some monster deals take place in this office this year. The sales team has done an unbelievable job. Grant has done some massive deals in his career. And I want to talk about how to land these monster massive deals, right? How can I get more of those deals? Hey, would you rather do one small deal or two small deals or three small deals or one freaking big gigantic deal? But, dude, you got to understand the big deal and what it's all about. And what it means to go out and get one of these big deals, what it takes to get in front of the people, what it takes to work them all the way through the cycle. Dude, we have deals. We had this one deal that we recently secured, big deal, Fortune 50 company, $35 billion plus in annual revenue. Dude, it took 1.5 years to get this deal done. We were going into meetings in this place, and we'd meeting with two different departments. They never even met each other before. They didn't even know they existed before they walked into the room. That's when you get into these big deals. That's the type of stuff that you're dealing with. So, look, the first thing is, small deals are good. Small deals are great. Small deals will feed you, dude, but big deals, the whale deals, dude, they feed the village. So you got to understand that the big deals are where the big money is at, but that does not mean you take your eye off the ball. When we get new sales guys here, they're always like, hey, how do I get ahead? How do I get ahead? Dude, when you're a new salesperson, the majority of your attention needs to be focused on the small, short cycle deals. The guys will come in here, they'll be like, oh man, I got an idea. How about this or how about that? And they'll throw out some really ambitious ideas. That's awesome. That's great. But today, right now, let's focus on getting you fed because I can hear your stomach growling right now, right? You're hungry and you need to get a deal. And the truth is those deals just take a long time to close. A lot of people involved, a lot of layers. Even after we got approval on a deal, we got approval, we got a signature, we launched the program. Dude, it took us 3 months to get our first check. They say, approve the check, send the money, 90 days until the money comes in. So I guess the big point is, you need both deals. You need small deals and you need big deals. You just have to understand how and when to run after each of these big ones. So, I want to talk to you about whale hunting and really what that means for an organization. Like, big deals are a big deal. You know, big deals in our company mean more than just revenue. It means more legitimacy. It means higher prestige. The people that get the big deals, dude, the people that get the big deals get the big attention, right? These are the ones who are coming out into the office when we do our meetings, and dude, people are looking at them a little differently, going, man, dude, that guy brought in a freaking monster, massive deal. So there's a lot of value in finding these big deals, and there's also some pitfalls. But I want to go over a little checklist of what you can do if you're in a position where you can start putting some solid attention on landing big deals. And the first thing that I want to cover is something that you're going to be like, well, that seems really, really easy and basic, but it's the truth. You have to be looking for them. You have to be looking for them. Big deals, 99% of the time, don't show up and just say, hey, I'm ready. I'm in the market for your product. I'd like to see what you have. A lot of times these deals are really, really long cycles that start from a lot of different entry points. I mean, they're just a little bit more complicated. So like some of our deals, we got big deals before where somebody calls in, they buy a $30 book. Maybe it's a salesperson at a company. They buy a $30 book. Sales guy calls them, want to make sure you got your book. What do you think so far? Can I offer you any suggestions or elaborate a little bit more on what you've been reading about in the book? You know, oh, by the way, what do you do for work? What company do you work for? Oh, yeah, really? What are you guys doing for training right now? Oh, we're not doing any training. Good. Who's the person in your office that handles the training? Then you just start working. You know, we have a $30 book sale. It turns into a $300,000 training contract. You know, it happens all the time, but you have to be looking for the deals. I had a salesperson come up and tell me, it seems like there's big deals happening all around, but they're not coming to me. You have to be actively pursuing them. You have to actively have them going on. Now, again, if you're just getting started, the majority of your attention needs to be put on getting deals done that will pay you now. When our guys start here, they're getting paid straight up commission, right? And if they're not doing deals, they're not getting paid. So they need to get today deals, not the 8-month sales cycle deals. They need to get the today deals. But once you get to that point where you've got some consistent flow coming in, then you want to start allocating more time towards going after the big freaking whale massive deals. So number one, dude, you got to be looking for them, eyes open. The smallest little what do they call that when the in the cartoons when the in the snowy mountains when the ball rolls down, the snowball effect, how the one little pebble starts and then it becomes this big massive snowball. That's how most of these big deals take off. Whether that's social media, whether that's let's see, what else do I have here? A phone call, whatever. Customer service could be anything. When we get back, I'll continue my list on how to land a big deal.
Do you love Instagram? Are you looking to grow your following organically? Let the experts at Digital CEOs with a combined following of over 3 million people grow your followers organically. No bots, no fake accounts, genuine people, real conversations, and go from 0 to 100,000 followers in less than 9 months. For more information, visit digitalceos.co/Cardone. That's digitalceos.co/Cardone right now. Do you love for digital cash flow, other streams of income, and you know how important multiple streams of income are? Have you ever thought about making money online with zero money to start with? Let the expert Coach Gianni help you do this. From Amazon sales to banner advertising, monetizing your website effectively so every click makes you money. Build an online brand that sells and make money off of your website starting right now. Coach Gianni offers comprehensive, simple coaching of how to make money online, how to monetize your website, and come out on top in an arena where everybody's trying to get positioned. Go to CoachGianni.com/cashflow. That's CoachGianni.com/cashflow to get started with making money online. TrueStim is hiring. We are seeking motivated sales reps in the United States and Canada to work in the growing, lucrative market of drug-free solutions for effective pain relief and muscle performance training. Do it while having fun and, most importantly, improving the quality of life for your customers. TrueStim offers aggressive pay plans, company incentive trips, and a fast opportunity for growth and advancement within the company. TrueStim trains its people on the #1 sales training platform in the world, Cardone University. The best knowledge for sales combined together with the best marketing systems, culture, and support in the industry. Visit TrueStim.com/careers. That's TrueStim.com/careers and get started right now. Franchising is a lucrative way to make money. Take your business and allow others to manage it for you while still maintaining control. Take what you have worked hard for and expand it, not just in your local community, but across the United States. Franchising is not just business growth, it's expansion, and we're the experts. We at Transworld Business Advisors want you to give us a call right now, 757-821-3002. That's 757-821-3002 to let us help you expand your business, make more money, and get the life that you deserve.
Hey, we're back. We're talking about how to land the monster deals. This is Young Hustler. Every Young Hustlers, plural. I'm by myself today, so I guess it's singular. We're talking about how to land big deals every Thursday noon East Coast Standard Time. GCJG here, trying to give you some tips on what you can do to increase your flow, increase that paper coming in. John knows a little bit about that. Right. So look, we're talking about how to land big deals. The first thing that you have to do is you have to always be looking for them. You never know what the opportunity is going to look like. We have, like I said, $30 book sales turn into $300,000 training contracts. We have a deal with a major Fortune 50 company that started from a Periscope stream that a fan saw that worked for this company, who told his manager, who got in contact with us, who saw the program, who moved it up. We moved it up. We got a pilot. We did over here. We did over there. Next thing you know, Jordan's got this big deal. Got another multi-billion-dollar company. Starts with a phone call in. Guy's asking about product. Hey, what do you do? Hey, I work for this company. I'm a manager. I do a lot of training. Next thing you know, we're having conversations. It's actually almost 2 years later, a year and a half down the road. It just took a while to get in there, but we got in there, and now we're talking with the CEO of the company. So Mike Bonnet did a good job of this. He's a whale hunter. If you guys don't know Mike Bonnet, you got to follow him. He's awesome. He operates in a different level of chasing deals down. He just doesn't let people go. But he's got the CEO of Nike, the COO of Nike, in communication with both of those, CEO of T-Mobile, like to the point where there was a live stream that John Legere was doing, and Mike jumps into this live stream and starts commenting, and John's like, Mike, stop. I'm not doing anything. I've been getting your emails. Dude, the guy knows Mike's name. You know how hard it is to even get in that circle? But the truth is, he's out there looking for the big deal. He's out looking for the big score all the time. So the second thing that you need to do to land a big deal is you have to have a lot of lines in the water. Now, this is like probably a point of contention for a lot of salespeople, because there's a lot being said right now about how you can be more efficient as a salesperson, and all that's great. But the truth is massive action in all areas, in all directions, is the best way to land a whale. You know, what do I mean? The fishing boat that goes out that's got a fishing line with a hook on the end, and it's fishing with that one little string, right? And then you've got the boat that goes out with the string over on this side, and then it's got a rod and reel over here. And then the one that goes out with the string, the rod and reel, the neck, the freaking dynamite, right? You got the one ship that's going out there all loaded up with every tool and resource possible. And that's what you need to start thinking about when you want to land one of these big deals, right? Cold calling's not dead. It works. We do it all the time in here. I got guys going to make $500,000 this year making cold calls. So if you don't think it works, go ask them. You got to look at different ways to use emailing, cold emailing, texting, video, social, live streams, creating content that you put out into the marketplace. I mean, you have to look at all of these different vehicles as ways for you to get in front of people, right? You know, who knows what that one thing is? There's different people on Snapchat than there is on LinkedIn, but we get deals in business off Snapchat. Right? We probably get more deals in business off Snapchat than we do off LinkedIn, if you can even freaking fathom that. It doesn't even make sense, right? Because you never know where your customer's going to be, you know? So what you need to do is you need to say, you know, instead of I'm just, this is what we do. We make phone calls and we send emails. You need to start freaking finding other ways to chop into that. You know, maybe you drop a personal visit in. We had one of our sales guys, Dave. He's pushing for a goal for the end of the year, and he's like right there. You know, what are we doing? We're trying to take time out of deals. We're not just relying on a phone call and email because they're not answering any of those anymore. We're like sending text messages because we know that they'll get that. Dave sent this message. I'm going to be up there tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. to get in front of you to talk about this and wrap this up. I want to get this started. Immediately, the guy text messages back. So you got to start finding creative ways to start changing the way that people think when you get inside that like attraction mode of getting the deal done. When you start trying to figure out how to get in front of people, how to get them to respond when they stop communicating with you. These are all things that you have to become a pro at. Now, I mean, CardoneUniversity.com is really, we built that so that you had access to a lot of this information. And just real quick, I want to shout out some people on the stream here. On the stream, Trevor Cherry, Geza Farga, Robin Cash. I just forgot to do this earlier. Rhett Holloway, Sarah San. Dude, thanks for sharing, guys. Thanks for being on the stream today. So, dude, big deals. You got to be creative. You got to use every resource that you have available. And we were talking this morning in our meeting about massive action because that's really the kind of the key ingredient you have to get all these different mechanisms to work for you. And massive action isn't a light switch that just comes on magically one day. It's not like you wake up and then all of a sudden you're a maniac and you're freaking doing all this stuff. You're juggling with 8 different arms all at the same time. Massive action is something that you actually have to grow into, right? It's something that takes some time to get the momentum going. So you want to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed with all of the things that you have to do, and you just focus on doing them. Like, how do I do a little bit more every day? To where you get up to like Grant's status, where he's literally, you're having a conversation with him and you can see he's got all these different things going on in his head at the same time because he's found a way to cram like ungodly amounts of activity to happen in a really short period of time. So you have to start looking at every vehicle possible, not just your favorite car to drive. Number 3, dude, prepare for the fight. So just to recap so far, number 1, you have to be looking for the deal. You have to be out there actively searching and trying to find the big deal. Number 2, you have to have a lot of lines in the water, lines of communication out to people. Number 3 is you have to prepare for the fight. This is an endurance fight. Big, massive deals rarely are short cycles. They rarely turn over in the normal time frame that you operate in. Every big deal that we've done has taken at least 8 months to put together. Every big deal. Like these deals that are, 7-figure deals, they take a long time because there's so many different people that you got to go through. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be impatient with the deal. That doesn't mean you can't inject urgency into the deal. You just have to have the right expectations. It's like the guy who picks up the axe and he's swinging the axe at the tree, trying to get the tree to fall down. If you say, "Hey, look, man, you're gonna have to take 200, 300, 400 swings at this tree for it to fall down." If you set the expectation right about the work it's going to take to get it done, then it's a lot easier not to bail out as you're moving through the deal. So the challenge then is, how do you stay fresh? How do you stay creative? How do you stay engaged in the deal with your customer? And when we get back, I'm going to go over some different ways that you can follow up with your customer on these big, massive deals.
Too many people are being kept from their dreams by circumstances they couldn't control and mistakes from a long time ago. All they needed was a second chance or a fresh start. That's why CashNow was created. Since 1997, Ray Abood, owner of CashNow, has been the premier expert in home renovation and resale in the York tri-state area. Dedicated to premier customer service, getting the best deals at the lowest price, this is the only expert company you should deal with when it comes to buying and selling a home. Offering a 5-step home buying process, Ray and his team will ensure your needs are covered and get you closer to your dreams of buying a home in any city across the United States. To find out more on how you can get started on owning or selling a home, visit CashNowPA.com. That's CashNowPA.com to get started. In your neighborhood with a lasting impression. A professional landscape can deliver that and more. And the man to bring it to you is Steve Griggs. Awarded the National Best of Hows in Client Satisfaction in 2016 with clients such as Dr. Oz and the Palisades Center Mall in West Nyack. Steve Griggs is New York's best landscape designer. This isn't landscape design, this is lifestyle design. For more information, visit stevegriggsdesign.com. That's stevegriggsdesign.com. Gaining financial independence is what every person seeks in today's world. With so many options when it comes to investing, it can be confusing to know what to do. Specialized IRA Services helps you know the right direction to go. Whether you are looking for a self-directed IRA, a retirement account, or need the know-how on funding a new business, Specialized IRA Services helps you gain control of your assets, your money, and your investments while being educated on the entire process. In removing Wall Street out of your investment, you can be sure to spend less on investment fees, taxes, and make more on your returns. Let the expert team at Specialized IRA Services help you transform your family legacy and secure your financial independence. Visit specializediraservices.com. That's specializediraservices.com to register for more info and receive a free ebook on your guide to financial freedom. That's specializediraservices.com.
All right, we're back. Young hustlers landing the big freaking massive deal. Number one, look for that deal. Hunt that freaking deal down like you're looking for a massive whale to feed the village. You got to have your eyes open. You got to be aware of what's happening around you so you don't miss that small opportunity that's your entry point into the massive one. Every conversation you have, every contact you make, every product you sell, every customer that you have, every referral you ask for, you never know what's going to lead to the big freaking deal. We got guys that walk in here, they work here for 3-4 months, we're in casual conversation and they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, my dad's friends with this or my mom's friends with that, or man, I didn't even think about it, but this company is a deal I used to work for and I got a great relationship with this guy, and then boom, you know, we're talking, you know, middle six, high 6-figure, 7-figure deals. So you have to be looking for these deals. You have to be aware of them. Number two, you have to have a lot of lines in the water. You have to be using massive amounts of outflow, using every mechanism possible, in-person visits, phone calls, cold calls, warm calls, referral calls, emails, cold emails, text messages, video messages, content creation out into the universe. All of those things give you a higher likelihood of actually grabbing that person that could be your entry point to the big deal. So you have to use all of them. Number three, dude, you gotta come into that fight. You gotta jump into that ring prepared to go the distance, right? There's two things that take place when you get big deals. Number one, you're prepared so that when you actually get in front of them, you can do the deal, right? And then number two, perseverance, so that you can kind of go through all the different stages. You know, one of the challenges on big deals like that, because they take a while to get done, is like, how can you be creative to stay in front of somebody? You know, broken record follow-up will not work on big deals. You know, and then are you prepared to start over with somebody brand new? Heath and I were on a call last night for a deal that could be freaking gigantic. And we're sitting there talking, and I was explaining to him just like, hey, this is what we can expect on this deal. This person oversees this. You know, to get any further past her, we need her approval. But then it moves on to here, and we got to start all over again, right? And then once they approve it and they put their blessing on it, then we got to go over here, and then that has an entire new sales cycle behind it too. So you got to stay so engaged in this, and you got to have that perseverance to stick in that deal and be committed and be creative and always bringing new valuable pieces of information along the way so that you can continue to to stay in front of somebody and actually be relevant. Let's go to some of the callers on the phone. Let's go to Rudy from the Netherlands. Talking about big deals, Rudy. Big deals.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Man, it's awesome being on the show. Thanks, man.
Great to have you, man. Great to have you.
So, I'm a young hustler, pretty young guy, 18 years old. And for me, small deals are pretty big. You know what I mean? So I start thinking in my head, oh, man, that would be awesome if I could close this. And then I get distracted because I think it's a big deal. And, yeah. It's hard.
What's the biggest challenge for you?
Just doing it. Just in the moment before I want to do it, I just freak myself out. So, just like calling in here. Just the moment before I want to press it, I just freak out and don't want to do it anymore.
You know, it's funny that
resistance.
Dude,
yeah.
I used to go through that where I'd be like, when I first started working with Grant, where I'd have a phone call that I had to make to a guy, and I know it was going to be a difficult conversation, and I'm like, dude, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And dude, I just press send on the phone. I just call. Just get yourself into the space, because if you crash and burn, like, at least you're going to be a little bit more prepared for the next time. And then if you do it again and you crash and burn again, it prepares you even a little bit more. And then next thing you know, you're like, okay, hey, I'm used to getting onto the phone and getting my face kicked in. Now that I've gotten over that, now maybe I can start thinking about what I can do to say the right thing to advance the transaction. So, dude, you just got to start. You've got to have good information first. Are you on Cardone University?
No, not yet.
Dude, the first thing you got to have is you got to have some good information. I might be able to get onto a poker table with a professional poker player, but if I'm not skilled and don't know how to play the game, I'm gonna lose all my money. So the first thing you need to do is, if you're a true professional salesperson, is you need to start dedicating time and resources and energy and effort into developing your craft as a salesperson. That's why we built Cardone University out. So guys like you, people who want to go out and improve their ability to, like, get in front of somebody, make a good presentation, get a deal done. If they don't get it done, follow up with them the right way. Get more motivated, stay more motivated, build more confidence, avoid the fear of rejection. Dude, Cardone University was built to solve all that. And so we've got a special right now. It's $49.95. It's a $19,000 program that right now is on sale. You buy 1 year at $4,995, and you get a lifetime of access absolutely free. So you get to train the rest of your life, no matter what job you have, no matter where you go, on Uncle G. So we tried to talk him out of doing that deal, but
awesome.
Yeah,
I know. The deal just keeps it's still out there, and I know about it, and I want to do it, but I make everything like, oh man, that's pretty big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same. The petty mentality. Do
you have a credit card? Do you have a credit card?
Yeah, man. I know I can fix it. I can make it happen. That's just
how's your name? How's your name spelt on your credit card?
Rudy Verwij.
How do you spell that? How do you spell the last name?
VEREW.
That's how you spell it?
No, after W, I-G. No, not G. I'm sorry, man. It's not my English is not my first language.
Let me ask you: is it a Visa, a Mastercard, or American Express?
Mastercard.
It's a Mastercard.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, dude. Just ask him what the first 4 digits on the card are, and then get the last 4, and then get the 8 in the middle. And let's get that guy signed up for Cardone University. So look, dude, you just got to start. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, once you get the skill, you got to just start making the calls and be prepared for the rejection that could come along with that. So, dude, one of the most valuable things you can do when you're hunting big deals is, like, try to find that guy who's been out there getting all the big deals and find out what he did to get there. You know, we're doing this conference called the 10X Growth Con. If you hadn't heard about it yet, 10xgrowthcon.com. March 17th through the 19th here in South Florida. And, dude, we're bringing a slew of folks who are whale hunters in the real world out there doing big things. And so, like, you got to capitalize on these opportunities to learn from them. Like Grant, for example. Dude, I'm always looking, you know, what's Grant doing? What's he saying when he gets on these phone calls with these, $150 million real estate transactions? What types of things am I hearing him say? I wonder why he's saying that. Like, I'm just very curious because I want to learn from him, right? Now, you can do that on shows like this. You can definitely do that from Cardone University. But I just want to go through some of the people that you can learn from here at this 10X Growth Con. Les Brown, Kevin Harrington, Frank Kern, Tim Story, Lewis Howes, Andy Frisella, Bobby Castro, Brad Lee, Tom Cummins, Jack Giacontelli, Jamie Shanks, Danelle Delgado, Gloria Mayfield Banks, and Roddy Chong. Every one of these people has reached levels of success that most people can only dream of, right? So they've been there before. They've killed the whale before and brought it ashore and fed the village for, a month. So you want to capitalize on opportunities like this where you can actually get in front of these people and collect some of the data that they have so you can shortcut it. That's why we bring you this show. What information could we drop on a weekly basis that will help give you a little bit of an edge? You know, but what you got to do is you got to start taking that information and doing something with it. Dude, number one, you got to be looking for the big deal all the time. Number two, you got to have a lot of lines in the water. Number three, dude, you got to prepare to persevere in the deal. You got to stick with the deal. Let's go to James from Ohio. James, what's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing today?
Good, brother. Good, brother. Thanks for calling in. You on Cardone U yet?
No, not yet. I actually just found out about you guys on Sunday.
Man, how'd you find out about us?
I was surfing YouTube. I'm new into car sales. I was looking up some car sales videos and came across the interview with Grant and two other guys and instantly fell in love.
Dude, I love that, man. Welcome to the, I was going to call us a tribe, but we're really, I don't know if we're a tribe. We're a bunch of crazies is what we are. Crazy people who get what we want. What do you like best about what you've heard Grant say so far?
Oh, geez, the cold calls, man. Cold calls.
So we've got a program we built out specifically for that in Cardone University. What's your question today?
Well, I didn't really have a big question. I just wanted to call and say thank you guys because already, just from Sunday, you guys have changed my life.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. I love hearing that. See, what Rudy was saying earlier from the Netherlands, he's like, man, I struggled just picking up the call. It was hard for me to just call into the show. Then you got guys like James who was just like, man, I ain't even got a question or a reason to call. I just want to come in and say thanks, man. Call in, say thanks. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate you following us, dude. I tell you, there's millions of dollars of information for you within the platforms that we put out and we create. Check out cardoneu.com. We got a great special on it right now. We actually have a growth conference in March. It's coming up March 17th through the 19th. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I'm going to offer a little deal here for everybody on this stream today only. Today is December 22nd through the end of the day today. If you purchase Cardone University Lifetime for $4,995, this is a $19,000 program. $19,000 program. It'll take you from now until probably halfway through next year to get through all of the content and actually know what to do with it. But you're going to get the access to the program for the rest of your life. If you sign up for cardoneu.com today, we'll throw in a executive ticket, a $1,500 ticket to our 10X Growth Con in March. You just have to, when you call in, just make sure you say, hey, I heard on Young Hustlers, Jared said he'd give a free ticket, $1,500 ticket, if I buy the Cardone U Lifetime Access today. That deal is good today only, so don't wait. If you're on the fence, do it. The deal will only get worse as we get closer. As we start selling out more tickets, I think the number we're at is almost 800 people has signed up and registered for tickets so far. So it will sell out. The event will sell out. Buy your tickets now. We've got an unbelievable lineup, but we want you there. We want you there so you can come kind of get in the stream of these whale hunters. That doesn't sound right. Get in the stream of the whale.
Oh, that just does sound.
Sounds like a nasty thing, right? Yeah. Let's go to Paul from South Dakota. Paul, what's going on, man?
Hello?
What's going on, man?
What up, Jared?
What's the good word, brother?
Man, I'll tell you what. This is the deal. I got out of treatment 60 days ago.
Congratulations.
Fell back into drugs for a few years. Grew up in the cold calling room and everything, and I just completely lost myself to the streets. And I went on YouTube after I got out, and I found Grant Cardone. I've been listening to him every day faithfully since. Just this month alone, I've already sold $100,000 worth of windows door to door.
Dude, that is strong, Paul. Love that.
Right. I'm rocking it out, man. I'm making Grant.
Go ahead.
What up?
Go ahead.
I'm making Grant a video. I ended up gaining as much weight. I'm fatty right now. I've been working out every day, so I'm making a video for Grant to show him how much weight I've been losing, how much money I've been making, just off listening to you guys and your motivation. And
dude, that's
I just want to let
awesome.
you know. I appreciate it, man.
Dude, I love that, man. I love that. Are you on Cardone U yet?
I'm getting on it today.
Dude, I'll tell you, sign up for it today. We're doing a special right now. Can you come down? Can you come down to Miami in March?
Well, hell yeah, I can. I'm gonna do everything I got to do to get down there, man.
My man, dude. I'll give you a ticket. I'll give you a ticket for free if you can hook up on the deal today. It's cardoneu.com. Or call into the office. If you ask for Robin, she'll take care of you. Cardoneu.com. I'm going to give you a free ticket for hooking up today, okay?
All right, hey, my daughter wants to say something. Tell him, Chloe. I'm scared. she loves Grant Cardone too. So
I love it,
but,
man.
yeah.
I love it, dude.
We love you guys, man. We appreciate it. Mad respect. And we're going to keep on rocking and rolling right through Christmas here. So
I love it, dude. I love it. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Last caller. Let's go to Aaron. Aaron on the line. Aaron, what's up?
Jay, how's it going, Jay?
Good,
how's it
bro.
going?
Good.
Hey, nice haircut, by the way, man. Looks great. I watch you guys every day in the morning just to get me started and motivated.
It's a
So
little
my
tight
cold
right
calls, man. Everything takes time. Anyway, one thing, I just want to say thank you to you guys, just for putting that motivation up there. A coworker of mine, I work for Aflac Insurance, so it's a little tough.
Oh,
on the
awesome,
cold
man.
calls, but every morning, you guys get me motivated to do those calls, those prospecting, door to door, business to business. It's amazing. So getting that thank you out of the way, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have changed my outlook, pretty much my life,
Dude,
man.
I love that.
So it's great. One question I did want to ask about how to land that big deal is getting those small companies per se, just for an example, getting those small companies, getting just as much as you can to kind of build that foundation. That way when you land that big deal and, more big deals come along the way, kind of like that domino effect, you lose one of those, but you would still have that sort of foundation on the bottom, wouldn't you? That way a big deal coming down wouldn't affect you as much. Or am I looking at it wrong?
Yeah, no. I mean, for example, our sales guys, most of them, what they're doing is they're focusing on short cycle deals in the beginning. What are some deals that I can get to start getting some momentum? I can start getting some money coming in, and then start building that base out so that when I'm here for a year, I'm having people recontract. By that time, you've got 60 or 70 clients. You're working referrals. I mean, you're getting a good amount of business without having to make 400 phone calls in a day. Once you get to that point where you get those deals, it gives you a little bit more time to start actually going out and finding those big deals. So then you start working on these stair steps of like income to where you're like, okay, hey, I got my base in, it's tight at, $100,000, let's just say. I got my base in tight at $100,000. I'm getting, 2 or 3 extra deals a month now from referrals or repeat customers or whatever. Now I'm going to start allocating, an hour of my day to go freaking just chase down some big monster massive deals. And then you land the big deal, right? So now you've got your basin of your recontracts and you got your big deal. You're still getting your base of contracts, your little contracts built up, and then you lose your big deal. The big deal falls off, right? Then you come back down to your base, right? And you got to go find another big deal. But dude, getting one big deal is like this phone call we were on last night. I told them one client that we had on the program, and it immediately changed the call. Oh, what are they doing? How are they doing? What have they been doing with it? What type of results have they seen? Wow. Yeah. It was such immediate validation for what we do because of who we were already doing business with. So like for your insurance business, dude, find somebody in your area, if you work a local area, dude, find a couple businesses that if you took down, everybody would be like, dang. Find a way to get in those deals.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just started, in April. I'll deviate away from that story of what led me to this point. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Just trying to create that business. It's tough, man, this time of year. Hey, it's kind of like what you guys say on the show. Try to 10 times your effort when things aren't going well. When things are going well, man, motivation just keeps going.
Well, see, what happens
amazing.
this time of year is most people they have their math all backwards, right? Like most people they start pulling back this time of year when this is the time of the year that you should actually increase. Like because there's the pie gets smaller. Everybody's kind of checked out. Dude, you need to actually crank up activity at the end of the year. You can't, like the activity that you had in October or May or August or whatever, like you can't just do that. Dude, you got to crank it up to another gear so that you turn into a maniac. Steve Spray, one of our guys, Steve Spray here, dude, he had the biggest, this month will be the biggest month of the year for him. December. The month that's supposed to be slow and dead and nobody's doing deals and nobody's doing business, biggest month of the year. I had a job selling advertising, and they always said, oh, December sucks, it's a scrap month, it's a rebuild month, it's planting seeds for your January business. I was like, dude, that's bullshit. I'm going to go out and crush it. And it was my biggest month of the year. So there's so many deals to be done this time of year. It's going to show your clients that you're committed to what you're doing. This guy that Dave said, hey, I'm driving up there tomorrow, was like, dude, I admire your commitment to get a deal done at the end, like at Christmas. So dude, just do the right thing all the time. That's the one thing that will always save you. Take the right level of activity, have the right attitude, just do the right thing consistently, and it will always pay off in the long run.
Yeah, you're not the first one to tell me, but I'll tell you one thing, Jay. That's the best voice I've heard it from. That's some extra motivation. Man, I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. I love what you guys do.
You're the man, dude.
For what you told me. Thank you.
Appreciate
Happy
the call.
holidays, whatever you guys believe in. Merry Christmas.
All right, man. Take care. So look, guys, the big deals, you got to get your game plan together, how you're going to take these deals down. Number one, you got to be looking. Number two, you got to have a lot of lines in the water. Number three, you got to be prepared for the fight when you're reeling that whale in. You got to be loaded up with all types of ammunition, creative ways to continue to lure that big old fat whale closer to the ship. So look, CardoneU.com, $19,000 program. It's yours for life. For $49.95. That deal will go away. We've been promoting it for probably the last 30 days. It will go away 100% for sure at the end of the year. Right now, today, December 22nd, if you call in, you will get a free ticket to the 10X Growth Con, March 17th through 19th here in South Florida, with so many ridiculous names from successful people. Like, you just got to go to the site and check this out. Les Brown, Kevin Harrington, Frank Kern, Tim Story, Lewis Howes, Andy Frisella, Bobby Castro, Brad Lee from Lightspeed VT, Tom Cummins, JJ Giacontelli, Jamie Shanks, Danelle Delgado, Gloria Mayfield, Banks, and Roddy Chong. We got two more monster names that I'm not supposed to say anything about yet, but we'll be making an announcement shortly. Check it out, 10xgrowthcon.com. Get your Cardone U access and get your free ticket for the Growth Con by purchasing today. And remember, the only people that condemn your hustle and mine are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves. We'll see you next week. Merry Christmas.